Hi, Geezer here, Kerry Feldman. You clicked on how to budget and save money. And that's a really important question, especially if you're on a fixed income from retirement or you're thinking about retiring. Even if you're not, it's really important to consider how to keep a good account of the money that you earn, the money that you spend, so you'll know where it all goes. I mean, people that are going to go on a trip to a destination certainly are going to know how to get there, and they keep track of how they got there. So it's important for you to know how you spend your money and where it all comes from and where it all goes. And by keeping a detailed account and planning for how you're going to spend really helps to give you a good control over your financial destiny. So let's talk a little bit about budgeting. So there's a lot of major pieces to a budget. You certainly want to consider your rents, you want to consider insurance policies, you want to consider utilities. We have a garbage truck going by right now. And so some of those things are going to be there. You're going to consider food and clothing, and be realistic about those kinds of things. Transportation, what's it going to cost to maintain your car, maintain wherever you live if you own a house. What's it going to cost for your taxes and other kinds of things. All of those things. Now there's some great budget programs on the web, different spreadsheets and other kinds of things that will help you to keep track of all those things. And the more detail you have, the more control you have over your finances. Now, so it's important to say, okay, so I've got all this money that I can budget out, and unfortunately I have more money budgeted than I'm actually earning. So what do I do to save? So can I reduce my costs? And yes, there are ways. Obviously, you can live in a less expensive place to live. That's a possibility for you to change locations. That's a big cost. Typically 30-35% of your income goes into to a cost for your rental. Sometimes it's 40, sometimes it's more than that. If that happens, then you're going to need to consider how to reduce those costs. Also, you consider, can I find just the amount of insurance that I need in order to give me coverage for the kinds of exposures that I might have. That will certainly reduce your costs. Maybe you don't need a $100 deductible when a $1,000 deductible or even $2,000 might work. So you consider how you can reduce your costs that way as well. In terms of food costs, sure, it's important to be able to look around for bargains and other kinds of things, shop and do coupons and other kinds of things. There are ways to cut costs there as well, and I would recommend that there are recipes for cooking for a whole week at a time, which helps not only save time, which is a commodity that's important in short supply, but also allows you to consolidate your purchases into one thing. So if you're buying in bulk, you save money. So if I'm going to know that I'm going to be saving up by cooking several meals all at one time, then I'm able to buy in a larger quantity. Those are typically cheaper. So there's lots of ways to cut your costs for food and clothing. One of the things that I would suggest doing is clicking on the link below, because we have a cashback program. So if you're going to a lot of people are saving both time and money by buying a lot of things online. And so if you can plan that, buy things that you're going to buy online, have them shipped to your home. It not only saves you time, it generally saves you money. But then with this cashback program, you can actually get cash back for those purchases that you've already made anyway. And so it's special. It's different than a credit card cashback, much, much better than that, much larger than that, sometimes 3-4 times as much as you would get from a credit card cashback. And you can get those as well because you're going to be using a credit card perhaps to make those purchases. So there's a lot of ways. So click on the link below. You'll see some remarkable opportunities there to get cash back, and everybody likes cash. It's not like a rewards program where I'm going to have to use my airplane miles on a specific airline, or I'm going to have to go to a specific hotel or some other sorts of things. I'm going to save money at specific places, and I'm going to get cash back. So I wish you well. Thanks a lot. This is the Geezer out.